Should I put on lipstick?
Yeah, we're just going about. I think I'm going to
Just use
stream
a
it to YouTube
filter.
for the recording.
Exactly.
I'm going to start streaming in a second.
Hi, Adele.
Hey, Simon, it's so lovely to see you. Like
You
I haven't seen you in a while.
A long
Like,
time.
we have spoken
Yeah, true.
since, but I haven't seen you since, I think my CET days. It's been wow.
How's Elat? Good.
Yeah, and we're streaming now.
Okay, great.
So hello everybody. How are you? It's a pleasure that you can join us today. This is very impromptu. This is just brought up by Hila. A few days ago, she talked to me about Among Us and about gaming your English class. And with Adele, she's going to speak about her experience in the Speakathon last year and how it relates to tonight. And it's a pleasure to have more people than anticipated with us. We have Simone and Nancy and Sarah. I know Simone, Nancy, and Sarah. I don't think we've met, so it would be lovely if you can introduce yourself as well. If you don't know, my name is Gilad. I'm an educator. I use a lot of gaming and in all sorts of learning projects. I also instruct a lot of teacher courses regarding how to teach like a gamer. I'll share some links for registration down the road, but in the meantime, let's start and get to know you, Sarah and Nancy. It would be lovely to learn who you are.
I'm Sarah. I'm an English teacher and counselor. I work with Simone and the Sim Counseling team. That's how I got to know about this evening. I know Adele. We've worked together also a little bit here and there on different projects. And it's lovely to see her again. I haven't seen her for a long time. And that's about it. That's me.
Great. I'm in the wrong window, so there's a delay because I'm watching the YouTube stream and there's like a 30-second delay, and I just figured this out why this is not connecting. So, Nancy, it would be lovely to hear from you as well.
Yes, hi, I'm Nancy. I'm working with Hila. I'm her colleague. So she dragged me into it. She sent a message, mangas. And I said, maybe I should listen. And because Hila also did Fortnite, right? You talked about joining some Fortnite is Talmud or something.
I'm doing the Minecraft.
Oh, the Minecraft.
You're in the Minecraft. Okay.
And also I had a talk with a student. One of my students said, yeah, we need to use games and, we can use games. I said, okay, that's a nice idea.
We're just starting to work on the code. And we thought that this would be a great idea, a great tool to implement in our lessons.
Yeah, so just joining to listen and to learn, of course. And I don't know much about Among Us, but I hear my kids talking about it, and even smaller kids doing it and playing it. So I have to know.
The kids in elementary are playing with it as well. So
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just right here.
My four-year-old son is playing it. I don't know why. If it's good for him, I don't know if it's suitable, but not all time. But I saw him playing it with another 4-year-old. I don't know. So teach me, Gilad, what does it mean?
What does it mean? Okay, we'll get to that slowly. Simone, I know you. Adele knows you, but tell everyone else about you a bit.
Okay, so I worked with Gilad on a few projects actually, and yes, also with Adele, I've worked on a few things, and I'm a teacher, a counselor, a coordinator, all English. And I also like, in my spare time, writing courses and materials and curriculum. So I also like to hear about all these things, especially because my kid also, my 14-year-old, and my students always tell me about Among Us. I'm like, what's Among Us? What's that? And all of a sudden I realized it's Among Us. So now that I know exactly what it is, I thought, okay, that's something interesting. And I think there is place more for gaming in our curriculum, especially now when our students may come back to school and we need to get them more excited about the learning. So this could be a nice way to do that. So that's why
I totally agree. And Hila, your turn. You are the catalyst for this evening. So I think you should do the honor of introducing yourself as well.
Yeah, you promised me a double date, but the more the merrier. So it's so nice to meet everybody joined. My name is Hila. I'm an English teacher at high school. I work in Revivim in Rishon. And I met you, Gilad, because I'm doing the Minecraft, the Ishtalmut. And we started talking because it was fun. And then we got to the, like you said, Simon, the Among Us. And every time I correct them, they say, no, it's not the same game. It's a different game. Okay, whatever. And Gilad offered this great opportunity to study. And I just said yes immediately. And here we are.
Thank you.
My pen and paper. I have my application ready.
So, Adele, for those of you who don't know, we're live on YouTube, but you're no stranger to YouTube. You're YouTube Academy alumni, I think. I'm trying to share the actual screen, and this is the tutorial you just sent me about how to blur your background in Zoom.
No, we don't see. We see our live stream. We don't see my.
It's kind of. I have too many windows open. I really do.
Yeah.
On this screen too. I'll just share it in the chat below.
Okay.
One of your tutorials about how to blur your Zoom background, which is nice. I'm going to do it as well. I had to tidy up before.
No need to clean up anymore. Just blur your background.
So we're discussing Among Us, which is a mobile game. Adele, that's how we met, actually.
No, it's not. Actually.
Well, no, it's our most recent collaboration. You should say, our most recent team up. About a year ago, we did the Speakathon 2020 by the Technological Innovation Unit. Sarah, you were there as well? Wait, were you in the video?
Did you play in the video with us, Sarah? I don't think so.
Because I have to wonder. I have to wonder about something.
I think it was the year that I was there. It was, yeah, with Howie. We were there. Was that speaker?
Howie was there, yeah.
Yeah, we won. Our group was one of the winners.
No, we didn't win. We really didn't.
You won.
No,
Howie
we were playing.
Not with Howie. I wasn't in Howie's team.
Oh, you went.
I'm just saying this because someone commented on my page that she was there in the video, and I don't know who. It's called Eland, and I'm just glad to have her. So Sarah, you were in the hackathon as well.
Yes.
In the Speakathon. Nice.
Speakathon.
Okay.
Yes, it's very nice.
Speakathon. So yeah, Adele, tell us. I'm gonna share a few links in the chat below. Tell us about the Speakathon bit.
So the Speakathon. If you don't know what a hackathon is, it's coming to some place, lots of people all together pre-corona, where people could get together, spending hours and hours and hours focused on solving a problem. And the problem that the Ministry of Education called to all these different digitally inclined educators to focus on was how to do stuff that's going to get students speaking. So I signed up for the Speakathon, and it was a 24-hour thing. It was like, well, not 24-hour, it was totally all-nighter. And I was assigned to another group, but when I had done another small project with Gilad before that, and when I heard that Gilad was doing gamification, I snuck out and ran to him. I was so glad I did. It was an amazing experience. I love anything digital. You give me something, a new digital toy, I am on it. So we together, Gilad and
Kineret Aloni.
What's your last name?
Kineret Aloni.
Aloni and I spent the night together. Kineret even brought her gym jams, which I didn't know. I would have brought my pajamas as well.
Yeah, we were very jealous. I remember that moment.
and Gilad said, look, there's all these games that kids play anyway. So let's see how we can take them and harness them in order to improve their English. And we worked on it all night. I thought that we came up with something really cool. It didn't win, but that doesn't matter because it was a really important springboard, I think, for stuff that is happening now. And I know that it opened up an entire world for me. So
let me just share. Let me just try to share some mock-up of what we did. Let's see if I can manage. Screen one. Is that what I'm sharing? Are you seeing my page?
Yep. You're sharing the Facebook page.
Yeah. So this is basically the mock-up. Can you see the mock-up?
Yeah.
So basically, so you want to explain to us a bit what you made? Because this is something you designed.
We needed someplace. We said we need someplace to house the games, and I said, well, I can make a Google site in my sleep. So we put together a Google site, and because it's really takes seconds to put together a Google site, so we have this Google site that we housed to house the games in it, and we said we would be able to put lesson plans there and different tools for teachers to use in order to take advantage of the different games.
Yeah, which was like, if you want, I shared my post in the chat below. It's quite long, as you can see. It's a bit of a summary, but basically what we wanted to do was basically create a landing page of the repository with different examples of games, as you've seen, that can be played as a class activity to strengthen the conversational skills. And each example like that, as you saw, would be accompanied by like in technical instructions for installing, operating the game, lesson plans, and of course, affiliation to the curriculum. So teachers will know how to align it, how to when to use it. And we were hoping to also make available to submit your own lesson plans or games for approval. And this could have been a bouncing board for like implementing gamification mechanics, like upvoting lesson plans that you used and liked, and stuff like that.
Is this site available?
No, this is a mock-up that we did.
It's just like a demo
for the demonstration. But is this the demonstration? No, this is not the video. We did shoot a video in at about 4:30 in the morning. Do you remember that? 4:30 in the morning. We shot a video.
That was totally manic.
Yeah. Do I have it on my channel? I think I have it on my other channel. Let me just stop sharing for a second.
You have it in your WhatsApp. You sent it to me in the WhatsApp.
Oh, I have it in the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Really? I did? Well, I don't want to show our WhatsApp, so I'll just reshare in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, let me share. So basically what we want to examine and with this attempt, regardless of the game, it doesn't matter like how the game is built. We can discuss it in a second, but we're here to talk about Among Us, just to show you what we want to accomplish was basically when you talk in English, we talk in an online environment, especially, there's a flow, there's a rhythm of conversation that needs to happen. And especially you feel it in the Zoom conference when you're trying to have a debate or like with multiple participants, it sometimes can be hard. Who talks when? How does the flow work? So this is what we're trying to examine through the game. They had 2 attempts. We didn't provide them any instructions. Between round and 2, they had like 90 minutes to discuss, and that's it. The game is irrelevant, I think. Your ear is the only thing that will be important, just to listen to the flow of the communication, how they're relaying commands, how they're accepting commands. The game is about creating a cacophony of miscommunications and of mishaps to prevent players from succeeding. So in order to succeed, they do have to cooperate and communicate. So let's just see the differences between the 2 rounds. So let me know if you can't hear me.
No, are you sharing sound?
No, we can't hear it.
You can't hear the sound?
We cannot hear the sound, and we have to hear.
Okay. Yeah, of course. It's all about the sound. So give me a second.
This was hysterical. Everybody was cross-eyed by this time, and some people had even taken a nap under our table at one point, if I'm not mistaken. Sarah might have been on. No, not Sarah. A few people slept under our table because
I tried in one of the rooms there with the glass doors there, and I tried to find like an open space on the floor somewhere. Didn't work.
Oh,
It's funny.
one
It was
second.
really, really funny. That night was really funny.
Yeah, like we had people sleeping in their pajamas under the table while we were working.
Not like me.
So this was shot in 4:30 in the morning. At 4 o'clock in the morning, we got the idea that we should do a proof of concept. If we're talking about mobile games, we should try and implement them. Our previous attempt was with them bombs, which was nice, but it felt kind of slow. And since it works best in couples, we wanted to expand to another game. So we used this game, which is called Space Team. It's important to note that it has an educational version, Space Team ESL. That's the one we actually used. That is available to configure and change according to the curriculum. It's really amazing. But for now, let's just listen to the flow of communication.
Old Ben.
Okay, guys, seriously, can someone shut down the bloody babies? Please. Sort the big thing.
Beautiful rock. Stop white. Beautiful rock.
Set white program to one.
Wait, good. Turn on a cold phone.
Yeah, we started playing
White program to 1.
Sarah,
that's you.
Activate dog.
I'm there.
Blue technology.
Yeah, so that's so.
I was there.
What do you say?
Sarah
He was there.
Yes, I was there. I just don't remember. It was in the middle of the night. Who remembers anything? But I heard my voice and I heard how we were there. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think, Nancy and Hila and Simon? You weren't there, so you're the half that wasn't in the room, I guess. Sarah, it's amazing to revisit you. Lovely, I must say. I don't remember as well.
Looks like an amazing experience. It looks like you were all in a trance or something, like at some point.
Yeah.
So let me just clarify something here. There was a task that had to be done, and people had to communicate with each other. And the first round, there were no rules. Nobody told them anything. And they were just shouting at everybody. And it was a mess. And then, Gilad, did you give them instructions?
No, that we talked about this. I remember that part. I remember that you and I had a conversation in the corridor about whether we should give them instruction. And I said, no, let's just let them 90 seconds, like 60 seconds turn to 90, of course. Just figure it out and press play.
And then, so then they worked up a protocol. Okay, so it's going to work like this and this and this. And then they were able to succeed. So it's really developing a flow of interaction. Which
what was the goal of the game? What was the goal of the game? They didn't know what the goal was of the game. What kind of game is it?
The game's
really short. I don't know this game.
So
it was a really short video.
I'll share the text as well, so people will see for my post. So let's see where I talk about the game. In short, it's a game where communication is the key and cooperation is the key to success. Basically, each player has a different controls and switches at his disposal on his cell phone. The goal of the game is to fly a spaceship together by relaying commands and receiving commands from other players. Each switch, as you heard, is a bit of a gibberish. Okay, that's the whole point. Turn on blue technology. Someone turn off the bloody babies or whatever. Because that's the point is to make a mess. All the communications mishaps. So if you don't press the right switch, you're going to crash the spaceship and you're not going to get far. The first round, I think they got into round 2. By their second round, they've gone far enough to actually establish that protocol along the way, as Adele said. So that said gibberish, as you heard them, what we did as well was try to align it according to the bands. When I hear bands, I think about scuba diving. I'm sorry. I don't know if you know, but that's like the bands. It's a scuba diving thing. Simon, I remember what the bands were it just started last time I was in Matach, I think, when Tiona Levy became chief, right?
Yeah. So, well, actually a little bit before, but the bands are basically the most frequently used vocabulary words, Lexis. And the band 1 is for elementary, band 2, junior high, and band 3 is for high school. And that's the list that we try and work according to. But I actually have a question to Adele and to Gilad about the game. And I'm thinking about kids, right? So are you saying, I know the kids worked out the game Among Us by themselves, right? So what's the point? The point you're saying is that kids will find the way to interact even if you don't give them the instructions? Is that what you meant by?
And also, will they interact in English? I mean, we are adults.
Okay.
So, I mean, how will
So
they?
where does the English come in? Exactly. Where does it come in? And
What does the English come in? Wherever you say it is, okay? The game is a tool. It's a platform for you to use and harness at your disposal and to understand how to do it. So in this case, in the Space Team ESL case, you saw the English comes in from the fact that they're seeing it on screen. They have to relay commands. The commands are very easy. So even kids in elementary, maybe 4th, 5th, 6th grade, might be able to play it as well. Okay, especially when you consider you can, as we said, adapt it to the bands. Okay, and in a larger perspective, we have to understand that it's not that we have to give kids instructions. If anything, we teachers or us educators need to ask kids for the instructions and make them our teachers in these places.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because there's a lot of it takes a lot of confidence to begin a process like that. And I would really like to commend a teacher called Otal Kiryati. I don't know if you know her. She couldn't join us tonight. She played Among Us with her students. She reported it was amazing. What she did was confess to them, I have no idea what the game is about. Teach me. But you have to teach. So first of all, it puts the kids in the hot seat as the experts. They're the ones teaching the teacher now. And if you do that in English, that in itself is a process of having the students instruct the teachers with something in English. So it's a game, whatever, but it's something. Have them in groups, write down a page of instructions for others in English, for example. So those are activities you can do even outside of actual playing to enhance how you can use enhance their English class, both written and verbal skills. But as I said, we don't have to teach them, we have to learn from them. But in that larger perspective, it's about utilizing, reaching them where they are, to and leverage those areas of interest to educational purposes, and utilizing their already existing screen time that they consume in order to develop those internal skills and knowledge that we would like for them to have as adults. Because if we teach a kid how to code with Minecraft in school, when he plays Minecraft in the afternoon, he's going to use those coding skills and build up on them. Okay, so it's a question of how you layer it according to the areas of interest of the children, basically. So did I cover those two questions?
Yeah, no, my mind's working. I'm thinking.
Mine's too.
I'm thinking that it would have to be a little bit more organized than just teach me, because if we want to get the maximum out of it, and we also want the kids, as you said, to go in at the place where they feel comfortable and then to go forward from there, we'd have to be very familiar with that and then move from there. So certain kids, we would expect more from them, but how?
So
something else.
The how is an interesting question, which I didn't mention regarding Otal Kiryati. So as I said, she asked them to teach me how to play the game. That's a bit of a technical area, but in all things considering, you're the education facilitator. You know the boundaries of learning. You are the expert when it comes to how to develop those skills and how to harness whatever it is they're using or they're doing in order to improve whatever you want to accomplish in class. In that aspect, like I talked an acronym before, an SME. An SME is a subject matter expert. So in that aspect, the kids, they're the subject matter experts when it comes to Among Us or the game. The combination between the two creates the pathway to learning. So what the teacher, in a case like Among Us, and we're going to talk about it and dive into a teacher guide. I don't know if I shared the presentation in our chat a presentation by Miss Angelique Giannas, which is a colleague from.
There's also actually an article that she wrote. Did you see the article or just the presentation?
She's amazing. She's
name again? Can you say the name again?
Angelique Giannas. She is
Can you share it again, please?
right?
I don't.
It's on the YouTube. It's on the YouTube chat.
It's on the YouTube.
Here it is. Thank you.
So we're going to from Utopia. So yeah, I'm going to share that in chat as well.
Utopia,
so what you as teachers need to do is understand what are the rules of learning. So in this case, Otal said, okay, we have to do it. We're going to play Among Us in the Zoom lesson, but we have to speak only in English. That's one rule, okay? Just the fact they have to do it in English is enough to begin with.
But also, I mean, that's what we want. But I also see a problem in there because, you know, what we experience that kids don't, you know, they are ashamed to talk and they don't know what I experience right now on Zoom and also in classes. I have youth 5-pointers. They hardly open their mouths. I mean, it's really hard for them to open up. And maybe the game will motivate them and, you know, pull them out of this uncomfortable, but, you know, hopefully it will work.
Exactly. The thing is the game allows you to connect. First of all, I would add on a rule on not just English of camera as well, of like if you want to play, I want to play a Zoom I want to play like Among Us in class. So if the first rule is we want to do it in English, I would add the second rule, do it with the camera open. Now when you go to, it's not just as a
can you play Among Us in Zoom? Can you play it like, or you have to be physically?
We connect through our phones. We can, if we want to later show how to.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we can do it in a second, in a few minutes.
But I like the fact that you said about letting them explaining me. I think it's the first thing, because children, you know, they like to show what they know and, you know, what they're good at. And also I think it's nice that let them making instructions. I think it's nice. The writing comes in.
It's also, it's even more than that. It's building relationships. When your student has to teach you something and you're there and you want to learn and you're ready to learn from your student, that's magic. That's when the magic of education happens.
Yeah, you're correct.
Well, I'm optimistic. Yes.
So I would say, like I said, the second rule is camera on, but they have to provide a rationale in terms of the game mechanic if you want it to be authentically appropriate and for it to work. And the rationale is it adds another layer.
Gilad, but I have to ask if I can. So we work on two levels. We are on the Zoom and we're in the game together.
On the phone.
Yeah. Why use just one screen? First of all, you can do it. There's several methods of doing it. Okay. The most effective way, of playing. Let's just do a general explanation because this is a good question. How do you play mobile games in remote learning? So there are a few methods to doing it. The first method, of course, is by Zoom. Usually, when we discuss when you play in a mobile game, there's a room code. So people have to enter the room code or some sort of party to join. And you need to be connected with audio. So that could be accomplished by a few platforms. I think the best way to begin with would be Zoom. In terms of Among Us, because it adds another layer of deception. Usually when you play Among Us, you don't see the other player, but as we wanted to use in English class to enhance debate skills, to argumentative speech, you want to confront the person you're speaking to. So the Zoom, the camera adds another layer, and I think the kids also would understand that and would oblige as well. So the first platform available is Zoom. I think it'll be preferable to use Discord. Discord
That's what my son says. He doesn't understand why people use Zoom. Why not Discord?
Me too.
You can do everything on Discord.
Tell your son I'm completely agree with him, and my mission is to make you all adults convert to Discord as well.
I tried with my friends, it didn't work.
Join my Discord. I will give you a tutorial. I'm going to share a link.
And can you play Among Us on the computer, on the internet, or only the application?
I just installed an extension on Chrome of Among Us.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was possible.
So you go to
here you go.
Chrome extensions and it's there?
I just
Here
did
you
it.
go. That's good to know. So
going into Chrome now, checking it.
So if you want, I'm sharing my Discord in the chat. Feel free to join us. I'm going to share it in our Zoom chat as well.
Wait, we can be on Discord and Zoom at the same time?
Yeah, that's a pretty much advanced level, because what Discord provides is basically the ability to divide into groups and connect via audio. You can't share your screen through Zoom. So as a teacher, you can actually stream to your Discord server or to your classroom with your screen. That's possible. But what you want to do is basically create one of the features that Discord allows you. Those of you who don't know, Discord is a messaging app that's also a part of social network. Gamers use it, and if you think about it, about WhatsApp as a text channel, so it's like WhatsApp in 3D because it provides all the text channels you want, as well as audio channels, like audio rooms you can join. So you can so students can divide into groups and join different audio rooms or the assembly room that is defined. I see Nancy raising an eyebrow. Do you need a bigger explanation?
I can't find the Among Us extension.
Okay.
I don't know where to find it.
So I would say the best way to play Among Us or any mobile games in class at this moment would be through Discord, because the kids won't open camera anyway. So why bother?
So instead of Zoom, you use Discord.
I would use Discord right now much more than I would use Zoom. If I wanted to do a class of sharing a video, I would actually stream my computer as I do now to my Discord server, to the classroom Discord server. That was a good time to mention that I have a module in one of my courses. So if anyone wants to, come and learn, actually I think the registration closed for that course, so never mind. But feel free to join my Discord and ask me how to use it. So if we would want to talk about how do you use in class, we said there's Zoom, there's Discord. There are also other available apps like TeamSpeak. The kids know them. I would less consider to use them just because it's another platform for you to use. Teachers won't use. There's the limit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I like Discord, because it's basically an all-in-one app that provides you all the text, the audio, the video. You can pretty much run everything through your Discord. And especially now where everyone is just zoomed out. Like, there's no other word to describe it other than zoomed out from being on camera. And it's just even comfortable, just being with your headphones on the couch with your phone. You're speaking in English, you're talking in English, but you're playing a game. So the distinction is kind of vague, I understand, but it's basically connecting the kids where they are, like I said.
And with how many students you recommend us to play with? I mean, if you have 36, I think it's too much. I know.
Well, let's cover. We shared Angelique's article in chat. Let's share her presentation, because he talks about how to do it also in her presentation. So let's see if I can open it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So basically, what we can do, what she does is where is it? Is breakout rooms in Zoom. Okay, so and each breakout room has a game leader that pretty much runs the game in that breakout room. It works the same in a Discord. You just have as many voice rooms you want. Each student knows they need to enter which one. They can decide before that. You can decide that whatever, and just join the game, and of course share their codes and play together. So you can do it either in Zoom or in. So I say as a number, like as if you want to reply as a number, I would say your classroom. Like I wouldn't say there's a limit. So it's basically when you talk about Among Us, it's about 10 people per round. So we can just build 3 rooms. You have 3 audio rooms and three games going simultaneously. Just hop on between different rooms to monitor. So let's talk about Among Us for a bit, shall we?
Yes, please do.
Right before I do, any questions so far? Maybe we have someone in chat I missed. Do you have any questions?
I don't see anything in the YouTube chat.
No. Okay, so let's discuss Among Us for a second. So what have you, this would be a good topic to discuss, to start with. What have you heard about Among Us?
I've heard about it. That's all.
What have you heard about it, and what is your experience with it? Not just as a teacher, maybe as a mother, as mothers as well.
I had one of my friends, her grade 5 child plays Among Us, and he has lots of issues, learning issues, and also concentration issues. And he manages to, without any problems, write in English, communicate in English on Among Us. And he showed me what he does with it, because I was looking, and I couldn't believe how much interaction in English was going on, considering he does have learning difficulties, he doesn't write very well, but he was managing to communicate very well with a whole class of kids who have less English than he does, because his mother tries to speak to him in English. So he doesn't write well, but he definitely understands more. So it was really interesting for me to see how much English was going on through this game with a whole group of kids who didn't really know that much English.
You know, Simone, it's funny that you say that, because I have a 6.5-year-old, and he plays Among Us. He doesn't know anything in English. And I asked him, how do you learn how to write in English? He says, I'm just waiting for everybody else to write, and then the turn passes, and I go on and I move on. So I'm afraid that they will be in the game, but they won't communicate at all.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
There's a bit of an echo.
Yeah, Gilad, we hear ourselves. Okay.
We can't hear you now, Gilad.
Okay, so that's what I said, that I'm afraid that they will
I'm
in the groups, and nobody will interact because they'll just wait for stuff to happen.
So
I was going to
3 kids that talk all the time, and the rest that just wait.
Yeah, but they're learning from that as well. That's what I wanted to say. Like, it was obvious to me that he was sort of teaching the other kids as well with his limited language, and it's also about confidence. I can hear myself again.
Because I'm sharing the screen, maybe.
Maybe.
So 1 second, I'll share. I'll share without the sound. Yeah.
So I was going to say that their confidence to communicate is what's, I think, most important. One of the hardest things to do is to write in English. So even if they write nothing, like it doesn't even make sense, the fact they think it makes sense, I think that's really nice. Or they are learning something.
If they can write, and we want them to speak, so I'm afraid that they always go to their comfort zone. And that's what I told Gilad. I'm looking for something that would make them leave this comfort zone, that would make it worth it. Okay.
I actually think speaking's easier than writing.
No.
And again, really, for most of my students it is, but I also think that here comes in the issue of rules, which we spoke about before, that if you had certain rules in the room, that the leader, for example, would be a more comfortable speaker, then one of the things they would demand is that they communicate, not just write. I'm now doing this, I'm now doing that, right? And then there'd be a lot more communication. Even if they put in Hebrew, there's still more talking. Again, I don't have any idea. I've never tried this. That's what when I said I was thinking, that's what I was thinking about, how you could make it work for you. Don't know.
I think you're actually correct. I think you're correct by first from education point of view that is unrelated to the game, meaning that you need to provide some sort of rules. If you want to delegate some responsibility to the students on their own learning, on their own process, you need to establish some sort of ground rules of how it's going to be conducted. This is regardless of actually any game or any digital or otherwise, any gamification process. Even before you hand in a worksheet to the students, you would want to explain why the worksheet is with you, not because after you submit the worksheet to the students, providing instruction, then no one will listen to you. But as we can see on the screen what Angelique, Miss Gianna shared, which is actually the rules for the game leaders in breakout rooms. So let's start at actually the beginning and talk about Among Us and how it can relate to English. Let's go through her presentation. It's an amazing presentation. Thank you, Angelique Janos, for doing this. I shared their Twitter in the chat, also your article on Utopia. I recommend everyone to follow her. She's true inspiration. And thank you for sharing the presentation with us. So what is Among Us? Let me just tell you my chair first. It's rocking a bit. Among Us is a social deduction game of up to 10 players who work together to complete tasks located around the map. The catch, some of the crew are not who they claim to be. Imposters lurk in the shadow with the sole purpose of killing everyone. When a body is found or an emergency meeting is called, the players all must vote for who they think the imposter might be. Sounds easy? Well, it's not as easy as you think. So to explain the mechanic, first of all, let's go back to my post because I think I explained it somewhere about them. Yeah, so basically, we're talking about the digital version of a game killer. Okay, if you know it, if you play it when you were a kid, it's a social game of deduction that someone is a killer or a cop, and yeah, I don't know how to call it. I know it רוצח בעיירה. Some call it like other game, mob style, but
reminds me of a Agatha Christie novel.
Yeah, basically of a whodunit,
yeah,
novel. Exactly. So that's basically the game. So the digital version of the social game Killer, basically was Adele wrote where players sitting in the circle are killed when the assassin winks at them. So the game adds a visual interactive layer that builds on the same core mechanic of locating a rogue player who seeks to sabotage or undermine the team's progress in the game. And that's the team's mission, to actually identify those players, that said player, through social interaction, through deduction, through guessing, and obviously, and at the end, voting whoever they think is, in this case, the imposter or the killer. When we talk about, we actually did something similar with our attempt in the mobile games, the collective game library with Werewolf Online. It's a very similar mechanic. It's basically the killer, the רוצח בעיירה mechanic, but just adds another visual layer. If you think for some reason Among Us might be a bit too visually distracting for children, this will be a very tame version, works according to the same mechanic of locating a rogue player. It's all done via chat. Each player receives a card, like one is the doctor, one is the it's like very RPG style. I would recommend it. So that is Among Us, the game. See, there's a tutorial here, but yeah, we're not going to operate now. If you want to see the gameplay, let's check out the gameplay. This is basically how the game looks on your mobile or on your computer. So you can see there have your task, your list of tasks. In this case, he's the saboteur. Say sabotage and kill everyone. So this is the guy everyone's trying to find. Okay, you have the map, the settings, and he can decide who to kill, and he won't kill him because there's another guy next to him. So you can sabotage or report. An emergency meeting is how you press this button to call a person for a meeting. And so let's see if you can fast forward this a bit. And he's sabotaging in the meantime, going on sabotaging. Let's see if we can manage to see what happens when he kills somebody. And I don't think we'll have that luck. I don't think it's a very good player, maybe.
Can we ask everybody to download it and play it?
Yeah. In the meantime, download it while I finish explaining about the game. If you haven't downloaded it, look for Among Us on your Android or Apple. We're gonna have a go in a few minutes.
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
You said that you have to organize a constructed time frame. 30, 30, 30. What does it mean?
So I think Angelique pretty much provided an explanation. So let's go over her presentation and see what she meant by 30, 30, 30. Because this is her thing. This is what she made. I'm just a conveyor of knowledge, a corridor, if you will. Okay? So regarding to what I think Nancy spoke about, what if they are AFK? AFK is a shortcut of away from keyboard. What if our students are in the game but kind of AFK, not in terms of literally, but in terms of their mindset. So she's providing instructions on how to be the best crewmate. So be an active participant. No one likes to play where he's AFK. She wrote, she said, make sure you know where you are, what you're doing, and make sure you have a task you can use to prove your innocence. So be an active listener, be part of the experience, buddy up. If you trust someone, maybe you can buddy with them. You saw in the game that it's kind of harder to kill someone when he's not alone, and get your tasks done. So in terms of onboarding students on not being AFK, by like what Simon said today, by providing them instructions in a framework of how not to be AFK or how to be an active participant, we make it easier for them to know what is expected from them. In this case, the crewmate, and there's also the role of the imposter. So if you're lucky or unlucky enough to be the imposter, here are some ways to be ahead of any amateur sleuths. So you can blend in and avoid detection. You can make a quick escape. Successfully killing one is one thing, but you don't want to be caught alone with the body. Use the vents to make a quick escape and avoid getting caught. And sabotage accordingly. Imposters can sabotage certain areas of the ship, like the O2 room or the reactor, and can instantly wipe out the whole crew if the crew doesn't fix the problem fast enough. So the imposter has a chance to actually win the entire team at one go. You can also lock doors, which can be useful. And they can continue to sabotage doors, which is important. So discussion time. A discussion time happens when there's a body is found or when someone is calling a meeting. As we saw prior to that, there was this button. Maybe you can find it. Yeah, there we go. We saw the button for the emergency meeting over here, or unless someone accidentally killed somebody. If you're a crewmate, figure out where the body was discovered and who discovered it. What are they doing in the area? Can they prove their innocence? Imposters should take note and participate as well. Keep in mind, you have to blend in, remember? That's one of the key advices she provided us. So this is regarding your question. This is the 30-30-30 discussion time. So this discussion time structure is 90 seconds for each emergency meeting. The first one, everyone makes a claim. This is your opportunity to say where you were, what you saw, who you believe is an imposter, and why. Even not saying anything might say something, if you know what I mean. In this case, for those who want to be AFK. So example, Miss Giannis is the imposter because I saw her walking away from the body in the cafeteria. The second 30 seconds is to open to counterclaims against other claims, vouch for others, as in, I don't think Miss Giannis is the imposter because I saw her do med day, meaning I vouch for her that she wasn't the imposter because I saw her completing another task. On the other hand, I can say I do think Miss Giannis is the imposter because I saw her walking away from the cafeteria as well. So there's also a counterclaim as well, or vouch. And the last 30 seconds, each person states the person's claims they agree or disagree with and why. Everyone must contribute here. So this is another rule of basically encouraging and engaging students to participate. They need to contribute in this part and state who do they agree with and why. So maybe you don't have to say what is your claim. You don't have a claim. You don't have to vouch for anyone, but you do have to reiterate who do you agree with or disagree with, and provide some reasoning for that decision. When in this part, everyone must contribute, like I said, So for the example, I agree with Miss Harder's claim that Miss Johnson is the imposter because I saw her vent to electrical. She teleported like to the vents to electrical. So this is the discussion time you were talking about, Nancy, or Sarah. I don't know. I don't remember who asked it, but does that provide some more understanding of how to?
Yeah, and it's actually great because it's limited and it's short, and it's how do you say it's bearable for them to speak this amount of time.
Exactly, but what you want to consider is it's something that's it's kind of like eating spicy food. Okay, the first spoon is not that spicy, but the 30th one will probably burn your mouth at one point.
And I think it's infectious because they'll see each other, and I believe it's
yeah, but what I'm talking about is small doses that generate larger effect of nano learning, like a nano burst of English, of speaking in English. So when perhaps when you confine students, okay, you're not allowed to speak in English class, only in those 90-second increments. We basically encourage them to speak because we're telling them when they're not allowed to speak. That's something to think about.
And they will gain confidence because of the 30 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. So for the voting time, there's an additional voting time for 30 seconds after the discussion time. To enter your vote, the crewmate with the most votes will be voted off, regardless if they are the imposter or not. So you could be completely innocent and still get voted out. So keep in mind, you have to make a very legitimate claim. You don't. I think playing Among Us, that'll be the most sucky way to go. If you're innocent and people vote you out, but of course it happens. Keep in mind, you have the option to,
and then okay, when one is voted out, so what does this student do? Can he still participate in some other way in the game?
Once a student mutes, keep in mind you have the option to skip the vote if you're unsure, just to continue the presentation. Once
that's a great incentive. It's a great incentive for them to speak, so they won't be voted out.
Exactly. So no one wants to lose a game. Basically, the core mechanic of this activity is that no one likes to lose. No one wants to be the last guy or the last girl. So this actually encourages them to speak. Once someone is voted out, he needs to mute his mic. But that doesn't mean he can't participate. I mean, he can still write in chat in the if you talk about Discord.
Like Simone said before, they still study from each other just by being there.
Just by listening, yeah. But you can add another layer to it. If you're doing it on Zoom, for example, so maybe they can't communicate in the game, but they can just solicit advice, give unsolicited advice in the chat. Just continue, like stirring the pot by strengthening their writing skills. So that's also a possibility of keeping them in the game. But I would say,
they can also keep guessing who's the imposter, and then if they get it right,
then we can't bring them back in the game. There's no mechanic for that.
No,
but
they can
give them
guess
points for some other way. Maybe you can reward them in some other way. Yeah. So this is the rule set and how the rule sets can work on the optimal level. These are custom settings. As you can choose a map, how many imposters, ejects, how many emergency meetings there will be. You set it as 1. You can set it to more. Emergency cooldown, discussion time, voting time. As you can see, player speed, crewmate vision. You can adjust all these kind of things. Cooldown, how long until you can kill someone again. Visual tasks. You can pretty much change all the settings. And if you download the game, if you want to try it out, always, as a rule of thumb, if you download an app, I don't think it's necessarily a game. I always like to go into settings and just see what I can do with it. What it allows me to do and perform. What are my possibilities? It doesn't even revolve around gaming and adjusting your visual display. It can go even with the new version of PowerPoint. Just play around with software. That's how to learn. Your in-game name must be your real name. Keep in mind, they have to change it to their real name so you know who they are. When you are dead, you must stay muted for the remainder of the game. As to your question, but like we said, we can provide them other possibilities of how to interact and guess with imposter.
Who can call an emergency meeting?
Anyone.
And there's only one, but we can change it.
Yes, we can go over the settings. I can share it to my
Okay.
desktop
No, it's okay. I'll
in a
play with it.
second. Are you with us?
Yes,
We're
but
not.
now it's now another problem. I have to learn how it works. I
Yeah,
have to understand the game of it. You know, a lot
we're
of
gonna finish. We're gonna
information.
finish the last couple of slides, and
Okay.
then we'll dive in the game and just give it a go. Not necessarily
I will
actually
play with
doing
my
it.
kids this weekend.
Just give it a we're just gonna give it a go to see how we can handle it, because learning with our minds is one thing. We have to learn with our hands, and that's a barrier we're going to speak about. Let's finish those two slides. So of course it's time to play. We can do it in Zoom and sharing the screen. Remember the 30-30-30 rule. And here are instructions for game leaders. If you do breakout sessions or in Discord, um, as we said, there are responsibilities to for each game leader to create the game with the correct custom settings as mentioned here, or as you decided on your own. Post the game code in chat, and managing the structured discussion time, meaning he needs a watch or a clock or something to make sure everyone keeps on time, and make sure everyone speaks. So in the last part, in the last 30 seconds, you maybe want to go across the room in a way and ask each one who do they agree with and provide reasoning as to why. And of course, we can add a level of difficulty by having your webcams on during the game. It gives another layer of deception. I would write that down as a rule, as hey guys, you want to play, guys and girls, you want to play Among Us in English class? I'm all down for it. So the first step is you're going to have to teach me and write a tutorial. The second step is you'll need to have Zoom cameras open. And I want to see which student would say, I don't want to play. I don't want to play Among Us instead of learning English class at the price of opening my Zoom camera. That is actually a challenge I would like to see, and I challenge English teachers to give that a go. Let me know how that works out. Among Us does have other game modes you can use, and she also provided instructions to how to use them as well here. So this was kind of a long explanation about Among Us. So before we go forward, what do you think? And what questions do you have about the game?
I really think it's nice. It's engaging. It's a like mystery thing. We have to guess who did something. I think it's nice. I have to learn about it a little bit more, but how it works, and then I'll be more.
Your hands dirty.
Okay. So let's start a game now. We're gonna have 6 players.
And then and if I break them up in breakout rooms, like I have to use three breakout rooms. I need 3 different codes, three
no,
different.
They create
of course, I need to update my version.
The team leader does it. You just have to put a team leader in each break room, and then you can.
Okay, I will see it. That's for
or just make it random, and then
basically
each one
okay.
chooses.
So what we're going to do now is we are going to play with one room of Among Us.
Gilad, can we change the number of participants? Sorry.
Yes. I'm gonna go up to. I'm gonna share the. I'm gonna share my
Adele,
desktop.
I have on my first screen, it says local or online. What am I? I'm doing local or online.
Let me show you.
I've never played it before.
You're supposed to be the expert.
What if I do with
see?
What do I do with the extension? And it looks different, the extension.
So here, can you see my?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
How do I disable the keyboard? I don't know. Whatever. So this is the opening screen of Among Us. What you want to do is go online.
Thank you. That was my question.
Create game.
Enter
chat.
my real name.
Chat. You can choose English. Max players, I would say 6. Because there are 6 of us.
Wait, but we're not creating. You're creating the game and sharing it with us.
I can create the game. You can create the game. I'm just showing how to. In the meantime, so we're going to go 6 players. Why doesn't it move? Kind of stuck on 6 players. Oh, because two imposters or 7 players. 2 imposters or 7 7 players minimum. We have one.
So you can have more. You have more imposters as well if you have a larger group.
Okay. I'm not. No, I don't want to. I want to stop sharing because I don't want to share my code.
I see.
I was disconnected from the server. My game crashed. but it's not the game itself.
So you've got three options. You can host, create a game. You public. You can play with strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna create. Now that I've showed the instructions, I want to do
enter.
it on my computer, on my mobile. I'm gonna show you share the code in our Zoom chat. Okay.
So what is the private option?
The private option, you can go online basically. You can enter a code. I'm creating game as the host.
Okay, nice something now.
One second. Let's share in the meantime.
You're sending the code on the chat?
For some reason, it doesn't. I think something is. I think there's a problem with my. There's a problem with my computer. One second. Bit of technical difficulties on my end.
Disconnected from the server.
Yeah, I was disconnected as well. That's the technical difficulty.
So what did we say? I just got in because my phone died. So now I'm going to local or online. What did we say? I missed that.
Online.
Online. And then I click on. Then I wait for a code from you.
Yeah.
On private, right? That's what we said.
But for some reason it doesn't give me the game, the code. It disconnects me from the server.
Adele, why don't you try and make up a game?
Yeah. It disconnects me from the server each time. Perhaps it's my internet.
We need that Kita Hey boy here to help us.
Yeah.
Wait. I've got my son here. Roy. 1 second.
But you have to say it properly. You have to say among us. Among us.
Among us.
Don't say among us.
My 5-year-old is explaining, no, mother. And I'm like, okay.
What do we need from him? He's here next to me. He's a youth Aleph though.
Sarah, is it working from
by the way, we didn't mention this, but I would say go to the settings. If you go to the settings, there's an option to censor language.
That's good. Online back.
Sarah,
settings.
Is it working from the extension as well?
I'm not doing the extension. I didn't know what to do there. It just looked like. It just said search web, and that's it. Just like
censor chat on.
You had to download it. You have to install it, and then it doesn't work.
But when I download it, it says it's very, very dangerous. So I stopped it.
I also get
dangerous.
That's what it says when I downloaded it. So I stopped.
Well, you don't want that sabotaging little thing walking around your computer.
No.
With all my little secrets.
Okay, well, I don't need the extension.
Your private photos.
I wish I had some. Okay.
So someone else is.
It says I'm disconnected to the server second time.
Yeah, me too.
Someone is creating a game or not?
Do you want me to host the game, maybe?
I want to let's check on Twitter if there actually something is wrong with their servers, because it's kind of weird.
Okay. I have a code. I'm in.
Oh, great. Good.
Where did you get a code from?
I just clicked on a game and then it.
Okay, so can you give us the code then so we can play with it?
Send us in chat.
Regas ZFVA VMF. BFJ WMF.
Okay.
And we're all in space. Nahan, it's situated in space, or not? It's like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's the Z?
Not find the game you're looking for.
But it's in capital letters. I don't know if that makes a difference. ZFVA.
Are you sure that's the code?
Yeah, ZFVA. That's the code. Yeah, I can even show.
Oh, there's a hidden letter that didn't.
Could not find the game. It says.
Yeah, that's. ZFJWM.
So now what? Now start.
Should I start? Should I do something? Do I have to?
I'll see.
Disconnected from the server.
Could not find the game you're looking for.
Maybe I should start. No, I can't.
It's got Hebrew as well. That's interesting.
What should I
That's
do?
too bad, you mean?
That's the code.
Just the question.
Checked it 10 times. So.
Well,
But what should I do? I mean, I can't press the start button because there's nobody in, apparently.
Wait. Yeah. Is that the?
I made it public now. I made it public. No, it doesn't.
You disconnected from the server again. Should I find a game? No.
No, that's public.
Oh, that's not good. Now it's finding a game.
So Nancy, yours is not open?
What?
Yours is not open?
Yeah, it's open here. This is
No,
what it looks
from the server again.
I don't know. This is what it looks like, Gilad. It looks
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah,
So-
you're in. So we'll share the code.
That's the code.
She did, but we can't get in.
We can't get in. It says it
Oh,
doesn't
but-
let us in. It just can't find the room or something. And it only is capital letters, right?
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
that?
capital-
It's only capital.
Yeah,
Right?
it
Yeah,
is in
yeah.
capital letters. Yeah.
So why doesn't it work then?
Maybe I should change something in my settings or
Right,
whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe something you're
It
setting.
says private. It says private. That's fine, okay? Or not? Should I make it public?
W.
You have the
Maybe
settings
I-
here.
Maybe I should go to public, find a game, but that no, but,
No,
But
that,
it's
No.
private. It says
Other people.
I made it private.
Why would it let me?
My God.
It's amazing how, kids just get this so quickly.
There you go.
It just gives me an
It
error
makes
message
you
from
Oh,
the
feel
yeah,
server.
someone's in. Someone's in,
Stupid.
inside. Like a Syrian head. I have
It just
different
keeps
people.
booting me from the. You're disconnected from the server. Keeps
I
giving
have
me an
other
error
people
message.
inside. I have
Every time I try to
Syrian
open.
head. And I have
Siren
Turkish-
Head. It's from a different game.
Syrian head. What is the Siren
think
head?
you
But I have.
Yeah, Siren Head is from.
I know my son draws Siren head.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, crazy. Stuki Sim. I
Yeah,
have
but-
other people inside. So, Gilad, it's on private, right?
I don't know.
Here.
Did anyone else join?
Yeah, two people. So how three?
No, but did anyone from us join?
No,
No.
I don't think
Then
so.
you probably
Siren
created.
Head?
You maybe created a public game.
Okay, so I will make another one. How do I get out of here?
I don't understand why it
Leave
keeps
the
giving me
game.
error messages when I try to create games.
Okay,
It keeps booting me from the server for some reason,
host.
which is kind of weird.
Other.
how many imposters do we want? If we create
One.
one.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I can't even get in.
Here, another
We
one.
can't even cope with one imposter.
Gilad, what's the difference between the different maps? Like maybe we could,
Okay.
maybe one of
Open the new one. Maybe this will work.
yeah, maybe.
Let's see. It's
other
okay.
maps
No, I
work.
see it.
There's a new one. Okay.
Reliable packet ones were not ace acts.
You're
9
disconnected
resends.
from server. Why?
Yeah, you get getting that message as well.
Yes, I get that
got this now.
Let's Google that. Let's Google that.
Yanai, how do you play Among Us?
What?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Find
play.
again. We cannot find the game.
My son thinks I'm an idiot.
Exactly the look I got from my kid in Utah.
Oh, I'm disconnected from the server again.
איך זמן לקלוט את זה? גם את
So this
צריכה...
will be a problem if we play this with
רגע,
its
בשביל
class. Everyone gets.
לא,
לא, לא,
Maybe-
בסדר, אבל אני לא מצליחה
maybe
להיכנס.
It's loaded now.
איך עשית את זה? אני רוצה, I want to create a game.
And
No, I
but
want to create
the
a
funny
game.
thing is, somebody called me. I'm the only one in the room, and it says Siren Head, and I didn't even give myself a name.
העולם הזה הכי
But I
קל.
want one.
I don't
Ma.
understand.
Imposter.
טוב, אז תעשי אחד.
Yeah.
זה העולם הכי קל,
Really
זה עולמות
strange.
משחקים.
No, I want one.
אבל את לא יכולה לשחק בלי שאת מכירה את העולמות, זה לא יעזור
It
לך.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
זה
the
מה שאנחנו
point.
You remember the dynamic I told you about earlier?
Patronize
He's
you,
giving me
Simone.
orders.
Yeah.
Do you remember the dynamic I told you about earlier before we
This will be
started?
the dynamic, yeah, but in English.
Between
That's
parents
When
and
we want to know
between
what's
parents and
going
kids.
on, it's not okay. When we don't know, it's not okay.
But the thing is, Gilad, it says Siren Head again, and I'm not Siren Head, so it's Somebody gave me this name. I have no idea what happened. It says, and it says Siren Head. Syrian Head, not Siren Head, Syrian Head.
It's all right. My 14-year-old's on it. He said you have to do local. You don't do on. Oh, no?
Yeah.
No. Wait, hold that.
Wait, don't say
maybe local. It could
No,
be
wait.
local, and not online.
He's organizing things. So I want to create. You haven't played it in a while.
זה לא עובד.
No.
רועי.
נכון, זה שיש תקלה, לא מצליחים.
כן, if my 14-year-old says it's not working, it's not working. He said it doesn't work at night.
No, because everybody's on it.
של ארצות הברית והשרתים מפוצצים.
Let's change servers to North America. In the bottom right server, you have North America. Let's try that.
Where? In settings?
I have North America, Asia, and Europe.
Go North America. I'm typing the code.
So where am I? Where can I see that?
The code is in the chat.
No, but the North American stuff you talked about. Where can I find that?
In the bottom right of your corner, in the bottom right corner, you'll see a server.
I would have to go out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, leave the room.
And I shared the room code.
Okay. So what should I choose? Europe or Asia?
North America.
I should choose that?
It works.
What are we doing?
Simone, you with me? Great.
Yeah. See, it works. We wrote North America. That's the trick. At night, it doesn't work in America.
Okay, so for those of us who kept attention, this is what happened. The servers in Europe are probably overwhelmed and we couldn't get in, but who got into the servers of North America, we have a very large ping rate. Doesn't matter if you don't know what that is, but we're on. Yeah. The code is in Zoom chat.
Yeah, they are. That was my 14-year-old who helped.
But what do I have to do?
But how can I change my name? Because I had a stupid name.
So what do I do now? Do I go to online again?
No, you go to private. Private and type the code you see in the chat. Yeah.
How can I change my name?
Joystick and not touch.
Private.
How can you what?
How can I change my name?
You have a joystick on the bottom left of your corner.
And not touch.
Okay, so but how can I change my name?
I still can't find the game.
I customize.
No, Sarah?
Yes, I missed something. I'm sorry.
So, okay, yeah, let's go.
He's not letting me play now.
Screen, okay, go to your log. Sarah, go to, I'm going to mute everybody. 1 second.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, what you want to do is you want to go to your login screen, the first screen that opens when you enter the game. Go to online. The bottom one is going to be listed as private. You're going to want to open that. List the code that is written down here in chat.
That's exactly what I did.
And that you enter. Make sure. Is it the right code? Yeah, it's the right code. They got in as well. So who's Syrian Head? Oh, that's Nancy.
Gilad, what is the difference between the...
How can I change it? I don't...
No, I still cannot go in. That's why I want...
So according to my 14-year-old, it's better. The joystick is better than the touch. It works.
Yeah, it's
much easier.
That's just preferences for changing.
And he's telling you, Gilad, as the host, to go into the settings and the game.
Go into the settings, so I have to go back.
Customize.
Game. Player speed, שיהיה 2.
Player speed, that it will be slow for us newbies.
No, 2 is faster.
He said to make it faster. Why?
I'm going to change I'm changing the settings. The settings, let me just show you the settings. Okay, just so we know which screen am I showing now. I'm hoping that's the correct one. So this is the settings we're going to be operating in, like what Miss Angelique Giannis wrote down. We're going to try it for turtles only with 1 imposter. Okay. Only with 1 imposter. Discussion time is going to be 90 minutes.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at a stream. I'm laughing and can't see the presentation.
You can't see the presentation?
Now we see our stream.
Oh, like I said, I have too many windows open.
You need to group your tabs.
Yeah. No, because I have a monitor on. Now can you see it?
Rules, map, and naming.
Yeah,
Yes.
cheers. So this is the rules we're going to be operating on, like Miss Angelica told us. Okay, so we're going to operate a player speed of 1.1. I'm going to slow it down a bit. Okay. Just so we're going to have a bit of an easier settings in terms of imposter vision and kill down. Cool. Okay. Visual tasks off.
But on this stage, I don't know if I'm an imposter or I don't know who I am.
No, you don't know yet. No, you don't know yet. Okay. No, you don't know yet. No, sorry. Are you ready? So this is basically
although my name is Syrian.
Syrian head, yeah. So this is basically, as you see, the rules as we see them. Okay. So we are right now starting. You don't know, right? As of now, you don't know who the imposter. If you do not tell. If you're the imposter, as you can see, you're on the top left hand. You have tasks you need to complete. In order to understand where you can open the map, which is indicated in your top left, there's a map you can press and understand where you need to go to complete each task. And basically, when you go next to each task, it'll prompt you to complete it. One of us is the saboteur. One of us is, of course, the imposter who needs to sabotage our work and basically kill us one by one. So at this point, you want to open your map and see where you want to go and what is your task that you need to complete.
How do I see the task?
The task is on your top left and you can see the total task complete in your list of tasks on the top left of your mobile. On the top right, you can see your map and your settings indicator.
How can I talk? I can't move.
You have a joystick on the top bottom left. If you don't have a joystick, press settings and just switch controls to touch or joystick. Some like it touch, some like it. I rather have joystick as opposed to Simon's son. So you can go set him off.
My default was joystick.
I think it's actually easier if you're not a kid, okay, to actually see the controls. And you have to go around and complete your tasks. You have your report button and your use button will be prompted when you can use it. You can use something to interact with. And report is if you see a crime, if you see anything, if you see a killer, then now it's time to
realize.
I'm just walking around here. I have no idea where I am.
So if you open your map on your top right.
But so it tells me electric fix wiring 03, but I don't see that on my map.
Yeah, me too. The cafeteria, I can't find it.
The cafeteria is there. The cafeteria is the biggest room.
You have to go out of the cafeteria into the electric room. I'm learning while I'm watching play.
How do we do the task itself?
Once you see on the bottom right of your corner, there's a button called use. Once you are next to a task, it'll prompt you to use it.
So I don't see an electric room.
I don't think there's an electric room, but look for something similar for a room.
No, when you look at the map, there's our exclamation marks, and you have to go there.
Exactly, the exclamation marks.
There you have to fix something.
Tasks.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I found out just now.
Yeah,
and then it makes it like your task will be yellow, and then if you press on your task and then adjust something, I don't know, do your task. Okay, well, I've done 2 by now.
You've done 2 tasks already?
There's someone who's supposed to be a saboteur. I think you should probably try to see if you can catch one of us and kill us.
Okay,
maybe it's me. There. Maybe it's not. I'm gonna tell you.
You talk too much, Gilad.
Just gonna say. Okay.
I'm going in here, but this is not. Oh, who's this? Okay.
I can see Hila.
Oh, she's waiting here. I'm scared. Hi.
Dead body.
Dead body. Who is the imposter?
Someone killed me. I can't.
Now we're supposed to talk about
okay.
Now you have 30 seconds. Now you have 30 seconds each one.
I haven't seen anything.
I know who it is.
Don't we meet?
Now we have, according to the 30-30-30 rule, this is make a claim. This is your opportunity to say where you were, who you saw, and who do you believe. Go.
So I didn't see anybody, so I don't know.
I saw Sarah somewhere. She was with me, but she's not. I don't think she did it.
I'm lost. I can't find myself. I don't know where I am.
It can't be me because I don't know how to kill anybody.
Who's the imposter? You have to guess now?
So it's not me because my son's next to me and he's playing really well. He won't let me play.
And it wasn't me because I was with Sarah in the same room. Nothing happened.
So we know who it is.
I have an alibi.
We've got Hila and Adele. I think it's Adele.
It wasn't me because I don't know where I am.
And Adele is very quiet. Look at her. She's very quiet. She don't.
Okay, each person state the claim you agree with or why. You have like 10 seconds.
You have to write it.
No, I think
you have to write something.
Now we have to vote. Now you have to vote which one you think is the imposter.
How do we? Okay.
Now you press on whoever you think is.
Okay, there we go.
You have to write. Oh, you voted.
We're waiting on Nancy to vote. And you also can write, by the way, in chat if you want to.
I don't think it's Adele.
Okay, so the vote was unanimous. Everyone thought it was Adele. And Adele was not the imposter.
Wow.
Oh.
You're a very good actress.
Wow.
I am dead.
Okay, so do that.
I am a ghost now. I can finish my tasks.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going to finish my tasks.
An emergency meeting, according to my son.
No, go away. Great of
What's
everyone.
the vent? What is going? My son always says up the vent. What's going on?
Oh.
The vent is a way to get around from
who's
place to
dead
place.
now?
No, someone called an emergency.
We called an emergency meeting.
Oh, someone killed Adele.
Someone killed Adele.
Someone killed Adele.
Now
Okay,
we
so
feel very guilty. We thought you.
So now you have 30 seconds to make a claim.
No. We got rid of Adele because we all voted for her. We didn't actually.
Oh, right. This was just an emergency meeting. So whoever called it, what is your claim?
My claim is that it has to be Hila who is the imposter because Hila didn't do any of the tasks. She just stood there and walked around herself.
And then I started walking when I understood where.
No. I agree with Simone because I was with Nancy and we were together. And so we are each other's alibi. And
also we saw on the camera.
Simone isn't laughing enough to be the one. So it's probably.
And also, if I was the imposter, well.
You're all dead.
Exactly. I would have killed you all.
It wouldn't have taken this long.
Okay, last 20 seconds. Each person state the person you agree with or disagree with and why. Everyone must contribute here.
I can't be the imposter because I don't know how to play this game. So I just walked around.
Okay, Sarah.
I asked where the cafeteria is and I stood in it.
Sarah, no, I didn't hear you speak.
Time
to vote.
I think it's Hila.
You think it's Hila? Why?
Because Nancy and I are each other's alibi, and Simone killed me a long time ago.
Oh, we can hear him whispering.
I'm not sure. Simone is also a little bit suspicious because she's, that's not me.
She has an assistant.
Vote again. You have to vote. Vote now.
Vote. Okay.
How do you vote?
Oh.
50-50. It's a draw.
Time. It was a tie between Simone and Hila. No one was ejected. One imposter remaining. So now we continue. Another imposter remaining. We're going to continue.
Excuse me, can you all just
Yes?
vote Hila so that we can finish?
Can we just go? Just want to go to sleep already.
Come on,
Lega,
Yanai.
רגע, I have to do some wiring.
Yanai is going to follow you now, Hila.
It's probably Simone.
Simone is there.
I left the spaceship.
You were ejected?
I left the spaceship.
It was
But
Hila.
when I go to my Missima, it doesn't let me do it.
Somebody got killed? No. What happened there?
מה?
Yanai got killed.
את לא אמורה להגיד את זה.
I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah, I saw Hila killing Simone.
Great, Simone.
I witnessed it. I witnessed it.
Witness.
So call a meeting.
המון
But
אסור לדבר.
You need to call an emergency
I'm not
meeting to
allowed
vote her
to
out.
speak.
לא, בכלל.
Why can't I
אמורים
click on
לדבר
my
רק בתוך
Missima?
Where
רק
is
כשיש
she?
את
I'm
המפגשים.
afraid.
Doesn't let me go to my...
Oh, there we go. An emergency
הוא אומר
meeting.
ככה וככה הרגו אותי.
Okay, so now we're down to Sarah, Hila, and Sid and Nancy. So one of you there is the imposter.
Hila.
State your claim.
I like
Wow.
you. I'm sorry, but I really think it's you.
No, it's okay. Nancy saw me.
I saw her killing Simone.
Not nice, Hila. Not nice.
How do you
Really?
kill somebody? How do you do
From
it?
the beginning.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Sarah,
ever again.
what you were saying? I want to just. What is it, Sarah? Repeat what you said. That was funny. You said you want to kill somebody?
Oh.
Yanai and I are playing Among Us.
Okay,
but I didn't see the sign that someone was killed.
Yeah,
there was no message.
Simone was killed.
I was killed. So Yanai
And someone called an
told
emergency meeting. And now is the time to say who you agree with and why, because you have the last 30 seconds to vote. So state your claim, Hila, Nancy.
I will.
It is
I'm the imposter. I'm sorry. I'm bad at this game.
Okay, so who's the imposter? We can vote in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe you're lying.
It's
You
Hila.
just went out of the game.
No, it's Hila.
It's
I
Hila,
saw it with my
yeah.
own eyes.
You saw it with your own eyes.
Yes.
Yes, and she's my alibi, so she knows it's not me.
Okay, so we can vote. You can all vote Hila out now. Nancy and
But it
Sarah.
doesn't let me.
Doesn't
Now
let
you-
me
now you
now.
can. Now
Here,
it's
here you
prompted.
go, Hila. Here you go.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Why did you vote for
For me.
Okay, so voting ends. And let's see.
Oops.
Hila was the imposter.
Hila was I knew it. She just had that look about her.
Yeah, she did.
Innocent.
Exactly.
Really fun. I can totally get addicted to it. Simone, we could play this more often, Simone. I could totally get addicted to this. This is like
Yes, this
So
is addictive.
Yanai
And now I
tells
understand
me-
why it can work. Now I'm positive it will
Okay.
work.
yes.
So we've just had a first attempt. Before I have another go, let's just go around the table and gather your thoughts and just listen. What do you have in mind? So Nancy, you were saying I can really understand.
I can relate to it, mamash, and it's really addictive. I think if you start
Yes, it
doing
is.
it, it's really fun, and it's it's we played a short game. I think it's quite short, and just starting to get to know what we have to do. But it's really nice.
I think I need to
Yeah.
give my students, and I teach elementary school. So I think that maybe we can think about
Awesome.
together like basic sentences that we can say and repeat for kids who need
Nahon.
it. Kids who don't speak freely need some kind of like, I'm sorry, being such a teacher
Scaffolding.
now, but
Yeah,
they need
scaffolding.
some kind of
Yes.
like, I know, some kind of like a
Scaffolding.
rubric, like some kind of
Exactly.
scaffolding, and like mamash tavniot brurot, like they say in Hebrew, like really tavniot brurot, like how do I say when I don't win? How do I think it is? Boom.
Yeah.
Why? Because I think it can be great for elementary school for starting off speaking,
And also for three
Also for high
pointers.
school, like
High
low
school,
level,
three,
no,
four
just
pointers.
a very elementary or focus. So
No,
that's-
but that was a very good point. Like provide scaffolding for your students,
Yes.
whether if they're in
Important,
elementary or in high school. If you
Yeah.
provide some sort of scaffolding as like a bank of
Sentence
sentences
structure.
that is possible, or structures like possible structures, and teach with
They
those
can
possible
help us.
structures.
They can help us
Yeah.
create this as well. I mean,
Yeah.
why not?
So
I just have to
Exactly.
look at the technical part, like how do I share this? I have to play with it. You just have to play
Yeah.
with it. I have some kids who can help you with that, and that's it. That will be fine.
So Yanai tells me that
Okay.
the only time you're really supposed to speak is at the emergency meeting.
Yes.
Exactly,
And
but Yana is talking about gaming rules, and
no, but I'm saying that could be a good thing, because if you think about on Zoom,
for sure.
everyone's yelling at the same time and you can't hear anyone.
That's why I said earlier that if you do it on Zoom, that you want to do it as a Zoom activity with as a Zoom activity, add a layer of deception to your activity with the camera. In that aspect, once I'm dead, I shouldn't be allowed to talk. Maybe communicate via the Zoom chat. Okay. We can also say I think Angelique even mentioned this in her slides, that we mute everybody in Zoom during the round, and only when there's an emergency meeting, then we open our microphone.
And that's when you have the scaffolding, the sentence.
And I think we'll try it on the next. Let's do another round in a second, and then we're going to mute our microphone.
If I play this on the computer, if you find out a way to do it, okay? Because I think it would be much.
It's easy. It's easy to.
But then I play with the arrows? Like, how do I get around?
On the computer, you play with your mouse. It does
cost
about it does cost about the PC version does cost about the Android, and the Apple version on mobile is free. The PC version costs about, I think, 16 shekels. Let me just give you, something like that.
I can survive that. Okay.
I think I can. I'm going to give you an exact
That's the
number.
price of a Magnum.
I'm thinking of 2-0.
Maybe more. Don't catch me by
I'm a zero, dick addict.
14.8. It costs 14.80.
How many bottles can I buy?
So the game is free on mobile and on mobile devices and tablets. On PC, it costs 15 shekels to purchase, which is, I don't think that's not too bad.
No, I think I can. I think I can.
Exactly. So who haven't heard from? Hila, did you say your thoughts? Did you speak your thoughts?
The thing is about the talking, when you said, "Oh, I just saw Hila," and then I killed you. And
exactly.
I'm like, okay, now
there was a moment like that. I know. That's why we should. That's a good lesson. That's a good lesson why we should mute maybe microphones during, and that's the responsibility of the game leader, of the room leader, to make sure the chat is muted during the round and open it when you start the discussion.
Besides that, it's amazing. I'm just writing stuff that I have to ask my students, what do they mean? But that's nice. When you get the hang of it, it's really nice.
Oh, now I get the picture.
And I'm just proud to be an imposter on my first game. So.
Yeah, that's an honor.
You're very cool.
Did well.
You killed quite a few people. Not bad.
Yeah.
People say that about me, Simon.
So let's have another go, shall we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let me just play again. Oh, couldn't find the game. I'll open another game.
Go away now.
No, we're gonna mute the mics. We're gonna mute the mics. No worries. So I'm sharing the code in the chat. In the Zoom chat.
No, I didn't want to open it.
And once you enter the room, please mute your microphone. Okay? Once you see yourself in the room, mute your microphone on Zoom.
You can play afterwards.
חכי, שיעשה את זה לשבע. כנס גם.
Okay, so Simon is inside. I'm going to mute Simon. Hila, are you inside?
Yeah.
I'm going to mute you. Everyone is muted. So, first of all, if you want to talk about on Zoom, what you want to do is just press the space bar. Once you press the space bar, it's just push to talk. It cancels, you can try it out now. It cancels the mute. Just press space bar, talk. When you're done talking, just let go. Okay, so let's start our first round. And here we go. Crewmate, there is one imposter among us. Now, as you can, I'll remind you, you have on your top left of your screen, you have your task list and your total tasks complete. On the bottom left, you have your joystick you can move around with. On the top right, you have your settings, and then you map the exclamation marks indicate where you want to go, where your tasks are, and you have a button, two prompts underneath in the top right, in the bottom right, to use to interact with the task or to report something or kill, perhaps if you're the imposter. And you can also go to the cafeteria, the biggest room in the map, to summon an emergency meeting should you feel it's appropriate. Can't see anyone. Completing my tasks in the meantime.
A little bit confused. When I come now to where I have to do the task, I click on the yellow and it doesn't let me.
Some tasks you have to repeat. There are tasks you have to complete several instances of, so perhaps it's not your task.
Strange, because I saw it as my task.
Some tasks you have to like fill gas from some place to empty it somewhere. So perhaps you didn't do the condition task in order to complete the ones you're looking at.
Yeah,
that's possible as well.
I'll play with it. Thank you.
When I complete it, it turns yellow.
What turns yellow? It turns green. Yellow means you completed some.
And I can't do it. I click on use and it doesn't do anything. It opens up a picture and I don't know.
You have to press. There's something you have to press. Think of it as a mini game.
I'm pressing everything.
So maybe you have to pull something or push something. There's something you have to interact with or button to press. But sometimes you have to do something before, like you have to, like I said, fill gas before, or you have to upload or download. You have to press some sort of button in afterwards to prompt the act.
Go away.
Exactly. Okay. Look around. Look what you see. Maybe if you see someone dead, maybe you want to call an emergency meeting.
How do you see if somebody's dead? I'm sorry about that.
You'll see a body on the floor with a piece of bone sticking out.
Oh, really?
Think of it like as a piece of animated chicken poultry, like in the cartoons. Okay. Who's walking around? So I think at some point you want to have to call an emergency meeting, or you want to look around and see where are your other crewmates. Can you see them? What's going on with them? I think it's a good. I think we should also can open the mic and ask people, how are you doing? And there's a dead body reported. Oh, 2 dead bodies. Oh, apparently myself and Adele were killed. So,
I
who
reported
is the
it.
imposter? Hila reported the
Oh,
murder.
she did
for
it
me and
again.
Adele.
That's why.
No, I did
Okay.
all my tasks. Listen, I did all my tasks, and then I saw Simone going behind me, and then I left.
I also saw Simone behind me.
And then I saw Gilad on the floor, and then I jumped. No, I saw
Simone,
Adele.
Simone. I saw her behind me as well, and I ran. I just simply ran.
Wow.
I had
And then I saw Nancy, and she didn't kill me. So
no, she didn't
I don't
kill me
know.
either.
So, what is your claim, Hila?
I think it's Sarah.
Sarah. Who's gonna vouch for Sarah?
Well, I didn't see anyone. I was lost. I didn't see. I had a problem also doing the exercise, the tasks.
I think it's Nancy because Nancy didn't. Simone didn't kill me when she was behind me. She had a chance to kill me. She didn't.
I think it's Nancy.
Who?
So
Why? Because I didn't kill you, Sarah.
I also think it's Nancy.
I don't know who. Okay.
I also think it's Nancy.
I really honestly did not see who killed me. So even if I wanted to say, I couldn't.
Right,
I didn't see.
couldn't see who killed me, right? I wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's not me. I'd kill you in front of you. Like, you'd see me coming.
But I was able to do a task.
No backstabbing with Simone here, no.
I did not know if it was me that was killed or if I killed somebody else. So I just went on my merry way and did my task.
I also did my tasks.
Okay, so who do you agree with? Is it Nancy or Sarah?
No, I think
Simone.
it's I think it's Sarah.
Sarah. So you have 30 seconds now. It's time to vote.
You have to quickly vote.
2 seconds.
Yeah, you have 30 seconds to vote. You can still speak while we're voting. So you have the last 30 seconds to make your.
Oh, Rega, that's it.
Oh, no one was ejected. Go. We didn't vote.
Tie. No, it was a tie.
Oh, it was a tie?
Okay.
It was a tie. Oh, it was a tie.
Okay.
You too.
So round 2.
Okay, where I have to
continue.
go?
Adele and I are
Okay.
out. Adele and I were not supposed to speak at all. So I'm going to mute you just so I can narrate the game.
Okay.
Yeah, Hila?
What do I do if I finish all my tasks? Just go around?
Yeah, pretty much. Make sure you do finish all your tasks.
You can also go to the security and watch the cameras.
You can also watch the security and watch the cameras. You can go around the vents. Yes.
Which cameras?
If you go to the, it's called in the admin room, I think. You have the cameras. You can watch.
You can see everything?
Yeah, you can see pretty much. But where is everyone?
But then,
Where everyone?
okay, nice.
So I'm gonna walk around. I can see the ghost of Adele hanging around the cafeteria. So people completing their tasks in the meantime. I'm gonna just walk around and see. I can complete some of my tasks as well. If you want, there's a yellow arrow that points you to your tasks if you're having difficulty finding them. A dead body reported, and it was Hila. Someone killed Hila. Oh my God, the humanity.
So we saw Sarah doing the task in the security.
I see the blood from
Hila can't speak. Hila can't speak.
Wow.
So, Sarah, you have 20 seconds. Then Simone. Nancy, then Simone. Nancy, Sarah, your 20 seconds is now.
Simone.
Who was it?
Simone.
Nancy, we saw you killing.
Absolutely Simone. I can see her laugh. She's enjoying it too much. Totally Simone. It is.
Okay, Nancy, 20 seconds. Who was it?
I didn't see anyone. I did my task and I didn't see anyone. I was in the, what is it called?
I'm disconnected from the server.
Defeat.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Nancy, you won, but how did she win?
Because everyone died.
You're a serial killer.
Wait a second. So Nancy was the imposter.
It wasn't you, Simone.
Yanai knew
The
it
little
was
nice little
Nancy
lamb,
ages ago.
the innocent lamb, unaware of the technology. I'm just doing my.
Yanai said
killing you.
Nancy's concentrating too much. It's definitely Nancy.
You know, the thing was in the beginning, I didn't know how to kill. I said, I pressed
How do you
on
kill? Teach us.
But then
How
I
do you
saw
kill?
killed. And I was, the moment I killed someone, I had to laugh. I couldn't stop laughing.
Nancy, don't speak to me on Sunday, okay?
Yeah, you're dangerous. You're a serial
You're the
killer.
first imposer. You shouldn't speak.
And you all thought it was me. I told you I only kill you when you see me coming.
You passed
You were happy.
I had to
I have
pretend.
to say that if we had a meeting again, I would have said Simone just passed right through me. She's not the imposter.
There you go.
But Hila, you
See?
didn't see me killing you? No, the
I
person
saw
I
Simone
killed.
there, and she didn't do anything. And then you came and I tried to escape, but then you killed me.
But so you knew that it was me? Ah, okay. Because how can you avoid that somebody knows that you killed him? You have to go
Gilad, you
behind.
created
You
some
do
monsters here.
manipulations. Like if someone see you killing, so you said I saw him killing, and then you make
Okay.
other people think it's him, and he's the liar.
Yeah, but if I kill
Okay.
Hila, she can't speak.
If you kill Hila and we
She
saw,
sees it.
so
But
you say that we killed her.
I know, but if Hila saw that I killed her, she's
But she's
aware
not
of it.
allowed to
She's
speak.
dead. She can't talk.
She can't speak.
Okay, that's the thing. Okay.
But she can write in the chat that it was Simone.
She can't.
Good point.
We can decide it's allowed. We can
Simone,
decide.
can I
That's
ask
the
your
thing.
son a question?
Yes.
How do we go up to the vent?
Vent, you go on like you go to the mission and you press use. So you're going on the vent and press vent.
And you can also go in underground. There's a mystery.
This is
Yes,
it.
that place to hide.
That's
you can
vent.
That's probably only
You
that's
can
the
go and
vent?
you can choose
Basically,
vent.
the button to interact, Hila, the button to
in
interact,
every
the use
vent,
button works in the vent. Yeah, sorry.
in every vent, you have two ways to go, two rooms, and you can with the arrow you can choose room.
That I didn't see. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And this is a good way if you killed somebody and you want to go to another place very quickly. That's a good
Jump
place
in
to
the
run.
The best place
And then
to
someone
kill.
will say, "I just saw Nancy walking by. It couldn't be her."
The best place to kill is the electrical because it's also behind a wall and also it's have a vent in the sign. So you kill, go in the vent, change
You
room.
can see he's been playing it.
Too much for me. I'm sorry.
He plays it often.
Can you go into these rooms when you're not like on your own, when you're not playing with somebody?
If you go to the you have something called free play. You can just go in like under the online option in the menu. You have free play. You can just go in and just walk around in the free play, and it'll give you like missions. You can just basically walk around and train yourself using it.
Right. Yeah, no, I agrees with
so
that.
You gotta learn the map.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also when you're playing in like online, so you can't talk. It's all writing and you need to write very fast because the voting time is finishing fast. So you need to use all the shortcuts like SAS is like
but we would speak it. We wouldn't write it.
No, but he's giving good
playing
advice,
the online,
actually.
so you have to know the map. Like I saw someone killing in the electricity, and if you don't know,
you have to be quick about it, right?
So it's very hard.
Yeah. Right. So that's like you'd have codes for writing as well. You could do with the kids, right? If you had the writing.
Instead of names, you can just say red. Red is a sus. Instead of saying Gilad is a suspect, you say red is sus.
Right.
Okay.
This is what it means?
Yeah.
Now I understand. How they get
as a moment of clarity.
Adele, what did you suggest?
No, I said, or the kids just go into Hebrew.
Right, true. Which actually I saw that they didn't though. That was what was so interesting, that they kept in the English. So that could be one of the rules, that they have to write in English if you do the writing.
Yeah.
And I said
no
there's
Hebrew
no
in
Hebrew
in Among Us chat.
In the chat.
I think it's possible. Actually, I think it's possible to the PC.
Yeah, but you've got Zoom, chat,
You guys.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Here's on a general note. You decide your channel of communication. Okay. So if you decide I want to use the Zoom chat, so you can use the Zoom chat. If you want to use in-game chat, that is a possibility. But before you go into the class, before you start the activity, you have to define to your students where they can speak, when, and why. So if you say we will mute our channel, our audio during the match, can we continue writing in the chat? Where do we write the chat? Is it the game or the Zoom? If someone is voted out, can they still write? So these are all communication.
Have to think about it before.
Yeah.
It depends also on the class. You know, not every
Exactly.
class is the same.
So basically, when you decide about like we said before, the custom settings. So you have to look at it the same way as the settings for your lesson, for your classroom, in the sense of what are you trying to accomplish and how. So in this case, for example, we're talking about argumentative speech and enhancing skill debates. So we want to allow informal speech like we did now, but we do want to make sure we like put a pinpoint and to make sure everyone gets to speak or everyone gets to participate in some way to enhance their spoken and verbal skills. So after we've done 2 rounds, which is very similar to what I showed you in the video before of our night in the Speakathon, which is very, very funny. And in both occasions, I don't think you've received instructions as well. So we did this after the first round. Let's go after the second round. I think, yeah, we can have much deeper understanding of the game and its potential. As English teachers, you are the English teachers. What do you think about the game? And I'm going to start with Hila.
While you were speaking now, I'm just like typing to my class about this experience. And I'm telling them that I was an imposter, of course. And I'm asking them if we can organize like a group. So because I have so many questions now and I want them to help me. So I want to like organize a group on the beginning, like on Sunday, if they can explain like on Zoom, like we did now. And they will answer my questions.
Okay.
I think it's amazing. I'm going to use it next week.
To decide who is going to speak next, I'm going to use Flippity, okay? And flip the roll and see which name comes out. And whoever comes out has to speak. And it's Nancy, your turn. What was your feeling about this game? What do you think its potential in the classroom? Would you want to use it with your students?
Yes, I would like to try, but I have to sit and think exactly to write down all the rules. How do I supplement? How do I implement this really in Zoom?
Obviously.
I have to think about it, but I think it has potential and it's fun. I really had a fun experience. Yeah, and I don't know. I also the thing that hopefully they will really speak in English. I mean, okay, the 30 minutes, I think it will be possible. The 30 seconds, and the writing. I have to think about it, but I think it's really nice. I think I will try to use it. I don't know. I have to think about it.
I think we have to, there's a lot to consider.
Maybe
here.
with Hila, I have to think. Maybe sit together.
Yeah, first of all, you have the best thing, the best like you have a teammate. You have someone to collaborate with on this. You both teach the same school. You're in the same English team, so that's amazing. So there's like the greatest bigger than the one. Largest. I don't remember how the saying goes, but you can definitely team up and develop lesson plans much easier. But you did hit the nail on its head by saying I do have to plan first. And that's something I love.
Really, you have to plan.
It's like not about. There's one aspect of diving in. Let's try it out. That's okay. Okay, that's very fine. That's like learning something through a Wikipedia value of dipping your waters, seeing if it's wet.
Or
if you want to integrate it on a more serious manner, that requires deliberation.
And maybe also talking about with a few students about it. Just sit with like now that we like 5 students or whatever. I think they are like into it and just ask their opinion about it. And
as long as the conversation is in English.
Yeah, no, really. Yeah.
Okay, so we have 3 more names. So we're going to use the Flippity. Do you know Flippity?
Yes.
I love this tool. So we have Sarah, Adele, and Simone. Let's see who we pick now. Can you see it, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Adele, it's your turn.
So
what are your thoughts about regarding this experience? And it'll be interesting to listen from you following our experience in the Speakathon.
So I definitely plan to be in touch with my students, not at 11 o'clock at night, but I will be in touch with them and ask them who plays it and if they know anything about it. I unfortunately do not believe I would have any time to do it in class with mine because they are 12th graders and they are very focused and we're running out of time. But I think it would be a good thing to maybe have a voluntary chug kind of thing to play.
Exactly. Okay.
And it certainly grabs everybody in. So anything that grabs everybody's attention is certainly good in my book.
Okay, so we have Sarah and Simone, right?
I think Adele. Yeah. I think it's maybe it could be an idea to make it like a groep met. Okay, this is playtime Among Us. You want to join? Join. But these are the rules, and everybody can choose. Mm-hmm. It also could be an option.
I have a triple lesson on one day. So I have a single lesson, and then a break of an hour, and then a double lesson. I'm going to see if anybody wants to teach me Among Us.
Yeah.
Okay. Call a student to teach you Among Us. That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe even an asynchronic lesson that, they don't even do usually they don't do the task I even give them. Het Gamma Baalstam doe maar. Maybe they would like to join me in playing a game. Mm-hmm. You can try.
I think that's I love Hila and Sarah. I'm dying to hear from you as well. What I want to hear is, was it an immersive experience for you? Were you immersed in the activity?
I was afraid at the beginning. I have to be honest. When you started talking, I didn't know where it was going, and the best practice was just playing it. That's great. I really enjoyed it.
And of course, it was, again, you were the catalyst for this evening, so thank you. How do you think this might work in a classroom environment, regardless of pre-planning or like how to, like in terms of the classroom settings? As an activity, how would your students be receptive to it?
I think they will be, yeah.
You mentioned you have all kinds of merchandise of Among Us in your house. I did not know there was that even exists. Can you show us like something, like a pillow or something? Do you have it? Oh, she's for real. She's going to get it. Nice. So Sarah, let's until she comes back, let's hear from you a bit. How was your experience playing Among Us for the first time?
I really, really enjoyed it. I think it can be very, very very successful in my classes. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. Amazing.
And he's just sleeping with the PJs. So he has a Among Us PJ as well. And we did a cake as well for his birthday.
Very cute. I just know how much the kids like to play. I played a certain game with them. And then at the end said, Sarah, can we please stay on Zoom? We want to do Scribble or something like that. Something with the
Scribble.io.
Yes. So they were like playing with that while I was on my break. I left the Zoom open and I kept on playing and laughing and having fun. And I think it's very, very important to connect to their world and to find something that they enjoy. And I even enjoyed it myself a lot. So
okay,
try it.
Okay. I think we've been here for about a couple of hours now, and I think it's been a fantastic session. Yes. Let's do some final words, final thoughts about this experience. I think, first of all, I must say this turned out an amazing experience. Thank you for joining us, Sarah, Nancy, Simone, Adele.
If it wasn't for Hila, I wouldn't be here.
This wasn't planned.
Thank you, Simone. If it weren't for Simone, I wouldn't be.
Sorry.
This was just Hila saying to me, I want to talk about Among Us. So let's just meet in Zoom. And I just literally sent Adele WhatsApp to Adele earlier today. Hey, listen, we're doing a Zoom. Join us. Kind of snowballed from there, and I'm very thankful for you to be with us. I think you contributed a lot from your expertise. You're like the subject matter for English and teachers and mothers. Before we went live, I shared an experience that I had a few weeks ago from a Teach with Fortnite Creative workshop. I was an international workshop with with Fortnite Creative by nonprofit Games for Change. And during this workshop, half of them were about Israel, teachers from Israel, because they have also a course about Fortnite, and they came from there. And I stayed up until 12:30 at night. We stayed up, me and another two teachers, building an hour of code activity in Fortnite. The thing was, each one of them was accompanied by a 16-year-old teenager, her child from home, that stayed up until half midnight to study with his mother. And we were just because I mentioned this earlier, it's very interesting that Simon, your son, joined us, and we don't know his name. It doesn't matter. Thank you for joining us as well. Thank you for being with us as well. We're also discussing how interesting this dynamic of a parent-kid operates inside this gaming environment, especially when you add the learning layer onto it. And it's kind of fun seeing the small arguments that are sometimes the typical teenager and teenager arguments inside this argument, inside the space where the kid has pretty much a lot of input to give, even more than the actual teacher, so to speak. So it provides also some sense of voice. So it's very interesting to say.
Well, my son, my eldest son said, "Oh, soft, at משחקת." My kids always want, "Why you never play games? Come play a game." I said, "No, it's not for me."
How old is he?
Always, my boy is 17. I have a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 4-year-old. But finally, Mom, you're going to play games on the computer. So he was really happy. Because I think
I just thought I was ridiculous, but never mind.
I had to wrestle the phone away from Yonai because he wouldn't let me play.
Because
I was pulling it out of his hand.
My son calls me a boomer. Maybe you know what it is.
Yes,
Boomer. Like, I don't know anything about computers, and I'm old school. So now I'm not a boomer anymore.
First of all, I
do, but not enough.
So first of all, I want to thank Yanai for saving our butts, because we wouldn't have gotten through.
Yeah, the US server. That's a life pro tip.
And second of all, I have to get a gamer chair now.
You don't. It's not as comfortable as it looks. Get a good office chair. Yeah.
All my students have these gamer chairs now with all these colors.
I just want this one's black. I just need something to rest my head on.
Well, thank you so much. I have to go. My kids are calling me for an hour.
We've been 2 hours now. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah, so let's hope you play amongst with your students, and I hope to keep in touch with you.
Maybe do
let's revisit this soon. In the meantime, if you do look some,
I will let you know.
Let me know. Contact me. I'm going to leave my info in the page. I'm going to upload this as a YouTube video. This is going to be a lovely podcast. You can share with other English teachers as well. I'll try to edit it to minimize the screen time we had before when we were waiting for the game.
Hila, we should teach our other teachers.
and just on a final note, look what an amazing process of learning, of professional development occurred out of a spontaneous decision just to go on Zoom and talk about something and to be open to new things. And that's to be commendable. So kudos to you. And let's finish this off 2 hours later after we've played Among Us, and we're going to join us maybe in a few weeks. We'll try this again. We're a bit brushed with playing and see who's the imposter.
I'm going to be much better next time.
We all will.
We're all going to practice. Yanai's going to train me. I'm going to kill you all.
Let's finish that evening on that note. I'm going to kill you all next time.
Bye.